Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about creative ways that I save money as a millennial. So depending on your age and what stage of life you're at, you might be like me and are starting to think about getting married, having a wedding, buying a house, traveling a little bit, having kids. These are all things that have been on my mind over the last year, and I know that these are expensive things that I'm gonna need a lot of money for, because if you look into how much a wedding costs, it's a lot, and if you look into how much a house costs, it's a lot. So I'm just kind of preparing myself for how much money I'm gonna need for all of these big life changes and things that I really want to have happen to me in my life. So I thought it would be fun if I made a video for you guys just explaining some of the little creative ways that I save money in my life. The first money saving strategy that I want to share with you guys is more like a positive money habit, and one that I've just recently implemented into my life in the last year or so, and that's giving every dollar a job. So what I mean by this is you probably have money coming into your account maybe twice a month if you get paid every 2 weeks, and what you probably do is you pay your rent with this money, and then you might pay your car payment or your insurance, and then you leave a lump sum of money in your account for whatever, groceries, spending money, whatever it might be. It sits in that one spot. But what I like to do with my money is give every single dollar a job. So I split this money into my rent payment, my utilities, my Adobe account for my video editing, I do groceries, I do gas money. So every single thing that I spend money on in my life, I divide this money up and I put it in different places, whether that be accounts, envelopes, so that I always know where that money is gonna go and there is no money left over in my account. Because what happens when you have money left over in your account, somehow, some way, that money always gets spent. I think it's just human nature that when we see extra money, we wanna find a way to spend it. But if all of your money is gone, you're less likely to spend that money because it's already allocated to the different categories in your life. So just going off of that tip of giving every dollar a job, one of the categories that I divide my money into is a spending category. And I give myself $50 every single week for spending. And this is anything like takeout, going to McDonald's for a McFlurry because I love doing that. Anything in that category that's not like rent, groceries, gas, because all of that is covered in my other categories. So I do my spending so that I can have an allocated amount every single week that I know I can spend, and this amount has to last me until the next week when my spending account gets replenished. This saving strategy does require a little bit of discipline because you're only getting so much money every single week that you can spend, but it really does pay off in the long run, because if you know you only have $50 to spend this week, you only spend that money. Think about all the extra money that you have sitting in your account that you can start to build up to save for those future goals. This next money saving tip that I have to share with you guys has probably saved me thousands of dollars over the years, and that's cutting my product tubes so that I can get every last little bit of product out of the packaging. So this works for makeup, toothpaste, skincare products. So what I'll do is I'll take a tube, I'll cut it with a pair of scissors, and then I can get so much extra product out of the packaging that I originally thought was all finished. This way I can put off having to repurchase the product, and I can get usually an extra week or week and a half of product left out of the tube that I originally thought was empty. It's so convenient, and it's really great if you think you ran out, you can't get to the store right away, but there's always a little bit of extra product left in there, and it can save you so much money. This next money saving tip is great for somebody who likes to go out to restaurants, but maybe you're trying to save a little bit of extra money. So what I do when I go out to a restaurant and I want to have something more fun to drink than just plain water is I'll ask the waiter for a glass of lemon water and then maybe just like a package of sugar. And what I'll do is I'll take the ice water, I'll squeeze the lemon in it, and then put a little bit of sugar in it, mix it up, and then you have lemonade that didn't cost you any money. You still have a fun drink, but you didn't have to pay anything for it. So we don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment. In order to do laundry, we have to go to the floor below ours, and then we use a washer and dryer that the whole rest of the floor uses. And to do a load of laundry, we have to use $1, and then to dry the load of laundry, we have to use another $1. Sometimes the dryer won't work. We have a lot of issues with it. So it actually costs a lot of money for me to do a load of laundry. So what I try and do to save a little bit of extra money is I always hang dry my clothes so that I don't have to use money for the dryer. It's better for the environment, and it's also better on your clothes because the more you dry your clothes in a dryer, the more worn out your clothes get. And I also try and extend the amount of time that I can wear my clothes before washing them. I don't want to sound like I'm gross. Obviously, I wash my clothes, but for example, right now I'm at home. Normally I'm just in a lounge shirt, except when I'm I'm filming and I put on a nice shirt like this, which I'll probably only wear for a couple hours. So rather than just throwing it on the floor or throwing it in the hamper, I'll hang it up again so that I know that it's clean and it doesn't have to be washed. But sometimes if I put all of my clothes just on the floor or I throw it in the hamper right away, my laundry builds up really fast and then I have to do it more often and I spend more money. One of the easiest ways to save money is on the food that you consume. Guys, I cannot stress enough how much money it is in the long run to just be eating takeout and to be eating pre-packaged meals. It is so much cheaper if you make your own food out of staples like beans, rice, frozen vegetables, and oats. So for example, I used to go to my bulk food store to buy special gluten-free granola because I do have a gluten allergy, and after I would buy 2 bottles of the bulk granola, it would come to around $8. But I found a recipe on Pinterest for homemade gluten-free peanut butter granola. I made some yesterday and it probably cost me around $2 or $3 to make, as opposed to the $8 that I was spending before. It's so much cheaper to make your own food, and although yes, you are paying for the convenience and it is a little bit more time if you want to be making your own food, it seriously pays off and you're gonna save so much money if you just put that little bit of extra time into making your own food rather than relying on takeout and pre-made meals. Another little fun money saving tip that I want to share with you guys is putting away any unexpected money. So this can be money that you get for Christmas from a relative, for your birthday, or maybe you thought you were getting like $100 on your tax return, but you actually got $400 on your tax return. Any little bit of extra money, put that away into a savings account and watch the amount build up over time. Another example of saving unexpected money is, say you had plans to go out with a friend for her birthday for dinner, and then she got sick and canceled. This is just an example, but you had in your mind that you were gonna spend maybe $50 in the evening on drinks and on your dinner, so you already had this money put aside in your account because you knew you were gonna spend it. Now that you have that money left over, you can put that into your savings account. That way the money is being put to good use rather than just sitting in your account for the next time you go out to dinner or for lunch, whatever it might be. Another life hack that I want to talk about that saved me so much money and continues to save me money every single week is having a snack bag for the car when I'm on the go. So this isn't necessarily for me so much as it is for my boyfriend Aaron. I swear whenever we leave the house, he is automatically hungry. It doesn't matter if he already had breakfast or lunch in our apartment. As soon as we sit down in the car, he's hungry and he wants to go through the drive-thru. But if we have a snack bag in the car full of like bananas, clementines, granola bars, little things like that, he can just have a snack out of the snack bag and then we don't have to spend money on takeout. I also like to take a reusable water bottle everywhere that I go so that if I'm ever thirsty or I need to take like an Advil or something, I always have some water and I don't have to stop into a store and spend that little bit of extra money, and I don't have to use any extra plastic either. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I really hope you liked it and that it inspired you to start saving more money. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up because it really supports the channel, and also hit the red subscribe button if you're new so that you can join our YouTube family. I have my Facebook page, my Instagram, all of that stuff linked down below for you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!